One thing you will never hear me say to a client is to lie about it being your wedding to avoid paying the wedding tax. My name's Shantae. I'm a wedding and events planner in the Southern California area. I've been in the business for over 20 years, and I am here to help you plan the wedding of your dreams regardless of your budget. One of the things that most of my couples hate to talk about is the wedding tax. We've all heard it. The moment you mention the word wedding, it automatically skyrockets the price from whatever vendor you're talking to. If you're talking to a DJ, it was one price, and the moment you mention that it's a wedding, now it skyrockets to a whole different price. Or if you're getting your hair and makeup done, the moment you say it's a wedding, now they want to charge you 2-3 times as much. And I want to talk about the wedding tax because it's one of the things that's actually in your favor. So let's talk about what the wedding tax is and why it exists. And then we'll talk about why you should pay it, which vendors you should pay it for. So first up, let's talk about the wedding tax. It's this concept that we think that the moment you tell people it's a wedding, they're automatically going to charge you more. And if you're trying to save money on your wedding, we think that saving money will help you, like it'll help you save money if you tell them it's not a wedding. Not true. You do not want to do that. And the biggest reason you don't want to do this is because it's a wedding. People forget weddings are super important. Most people would say the wedding is one of the most important days of your life. You do not want a vendor treating your wedding, it's just some holiday party for a company. This is a big deal. They're charging you because it is a wedding. It is that important because you are going to treat it like it's your wedding. And if you book a vendor that doesn't know it's your wedding and they don't treat it like it's your wedding and you do, now we have a disconnect and now we got a problem. And you're not going to want to talk to people about that, right? It's your wedding day and you're going to be like, it's my wedding. I want to feel like I'm the bride. And then, the taco guy shows up and treating it like it's a backyard barbecue. That is not right. You want every vendor at your wedding to treat your wedding like it's a wedding, not some weekend party, because it is important. You want them to not only understand that importance, but to treat it like it is that important. They need to understand that being on time and providing good service is highly important because on a wedding day, you have very specific times that you have to get in and out of your venue. You've paid vendors for a certain amount of time. So everybody has to be on their game and making sure they do that. So you need them to treat it like it's a wedding, not like it's your kid's first birthday party, because weddings are special. So pay the wedding tax for most vendors. And my next one, we'll talk about which vendors are worth paying the wedding tax, why you should. Overall, most vendors really want your business. So they want to give you a good deal. Now, there are some people who are like, you're not good enough for me. They're going to price you out of the market. And frankly, you don't want to work with them anyway because they're not going to treat your wedding the way that you want them to treat your wedding. So don't book those people. But most of us, we want your business. We want your wedding to be beautiful and wonderful. We're not going to price you out because we think that's just ridiculous because it's a wedding, because you'll pay more. No, we price our services at what our services are valued. And honestly, my prices are the same, whether it's a wedding or some other event, because I'm going to treat it that way. And that's the work that I do. I put the same amount of work into it. But my weddings are different than corporate events. And I'm not going to treat your wedding like a corporate event. My pricing doesn't reflect that. So pay the wedding tax for some vendors to tell them it's a wedding. It is important and it is worth it. I promise the wedding tax is not some fictional thing that's just out there to take your money. It's there to make sure that your wedding is a wedding, that you have a wonderful day. My name is Shantae. If you like tips and tricks like this, you need to plan your wedding because you just got engaged. Follow me, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, ask questions in the comments so that I can make sure to reach out to you, answer the questions that you want for your wedding. I'm here to help you plan the wedding of your dreams, no matter if your budget.